What's happening, everybody? Can you hear me? I hope so this time. We had some issues last time. If you can hear me, let me know, please. So today we got a very special guest. We got Michael Mitchell, aka Mook. He been Street Beef's OG for a long time, but he took his skill set to the amateur stage, and now he's doing it real big, right up there. So we without further ado, we're gonna bring him out. Mook, what's happening, big dog?
What's going on, my man? Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Locked in with Wero.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I always appreciate you coming out, doing your thing, especially when you come to events, you show up because you're doing big things now. You're doing way big things now. Yeah,
Man, I'm just living my life, man. Just living my life one day at a time and just taking shit as it comes, rolling with the punches. So
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, that's really all we can do. So, yeah, what's been going on the past little bit of time? Like, what's happening in your life?
I'm chilling right now. I'm resting, man. I'm home. I'm home with the family.
Hmm.
I felt like for the past 5 years I've just been kind of going and going and going and going. And I just need a little time, need a little time to recalibrate and figure out what the fuck I'm really doing.
Yeah.
Um, my reasons for fighting are probably different from the next guys. I don't have this crazy UFC pipe dream. I literally just did this to change my life and change my self image and just like really just gain like structure and discipline and things like that. I had a lot of I'm my own worst enemy. You know what I mean? So I use the martial arts to fucking just fix myself. You know what I mean? I don't really care about all the other shit. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's therapeutic. It given me a lot of it helped me meet you guys, give me a lot of opportunities, but right now I'm in a place where I don't know, man. I just need rest. I just need rest, you know.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. You've been going hard ever since we met you. Speaking of when we met you, if anybody doesn't know, Mook went out there with us for the OG branch and fought Beach. You fought Beach when we
Yep,
invaded out there, and also you were at Street Beast West Coast one, correct?
first one. Yep, the
The
first one.
very
Well,
first one.
well, the first one. The first one was like in some. It was like in California City, I think, but it wasn't.
Hmm.
It wasn't the official Street Beef West Coast brand, but they came out. Scarface that came out one time before, and I think
Hmm.
Bushido Zed and Tank fought that day.
Yeah.
But
Yep. Yep.
but
Yeah.
but SB West Coast one, I was on that one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And if you, I'm sure everybody in here has seen that famous Shinigami kick where he landed on detail. That's the one Mook was at. Mook been here since the beginning, so
Hmm.
he's OG OG.
Yep.
And you fought that day. You fought a gentleman by the name of Kung Fu Lu. And if anybody hasn't caught it, I'm gonna pop it up here real quick. There's no audio, but we're gonna pop it up here real quick so everybody can look at it. And that's the fight. That was all there was to it, my man. So when I first joined Street Beast West Coast, it was Street Beast West Coast 3. And I remember seeing that fight and then seeing you fight a couple more times and was like, this motherfucker's special. Like just the timing, the range, the speed, everything was just so perfect. And so I knew you'd go on to do bigger and better things with it. And then you did. You had a couple more fights with us, and then you know, you went on to bigger and better things. Talk about some of those things. What's the past 3 4 years
Okay.
been look like for you?
Well, to start with that fight, people don't realize I was 31 years old right there. That was my first fight. I started fighting at 31 years old.
You
Uh,
are you're over 30 right now?
yes,
Jesus. Yeah.
I'll
Bro,
be
I
th-
thought you were in your early to mid 20s, man.
I'll be 36 in May. You
God
know,
damn.
so
Bro,
exactly.
you
Yeah, yeah.
you look so young. Yo, hey, if
Thank
you ain't seen his
bro.
Instagram,
I,
he like not a bad young because you're very mature, but like you look like you 25.
yeah, well, that's my energy.
Easy.
That's my
Yeah.
energy. I don't want to be no old broken ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah, during that fight, I mean, I'm 31 years old. You
yeah.
know, um, I came into that fight like super nervous with a lot of questions. Like I know I mean I've been in little street fights here and there, you know what I mean? And I've been training on and off like pretty much my entire life, but
Yeah.
I've never dove into full martial arts training, lifestyle, changing what I eat, changing my mentality, signing up for these fights, fucking figuring out who I am, all that shit. I just kind of, punched on the homies in the fucking projects growing up and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so that fight was like everything to me, right? So you can see I'm really intense. I'm locked in. You know,
Yeah.
fucking. I counted him, and I actually came out of that fight with more questions going in. I was like, I know I could fight, but was that a lucky shot? And
Yeah, that's
but you know what? I kept doing it, and like that's kind of become one of my moves is that fucking check overhand right and shit.
yeah. The check overhand right. It's nasty. It really is.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I've noticed a couple fights you landed that for sure.
yeah,
Your your ability to get out of range of when people throw stuff too is impressive. I've got a couple clips of a couple fights of that too. You consistently make guys miss kicks and fall. Like I've seen that several times.
yeah.
Let's do this one right here. So this is against Anderson Silva's son. This is Khalil Silva.
Kyle.
Like
Yeah,
it cuts off a little bit there, but he hits the ground. And
yeah.
this one right here, I can't remember who was your opponent in this.
Fighter. He's an MMA champion right now.
Yeah,
He's really really good.
dude is solid. Yeah, for sure.
Really good.
But like I notice your range and your timing, it makes that happen quite a bit, quite more often than you would think. Yeah.
Rhythm, brother, rhythm, man.
Hmm.
You know, I just try to set my rhythm and my like the opponent doesn't exist, bro. It's all
Hmm.
me in there, dude. It's all me in
Yeah.
there. So like rhythm, I always say I'm not the best boxer, I'm not the best kickboxer, I'm not the best jiu-jitsu guy, I'm not the best wrestler. I just know how to fucking fight. And
Yeah.
it's my instinct. My coach put it the best as instincts. It's just instinctual. I'm not on overdrive trying to fucking process all this shit. I'm just kind of flowing in there and relying on my training and relying on, my own rhythm, and everybody I usually pick up on patterns pretty quickly. So, everybody tends to have certain patterns and I try to pick it up and I just try to like match that or like, counter that,
Yeah.
So everybody has
He-
footwork patterns, everybody has, all kind of patterns. I just try to pick up on that.
yeah, that was something I definitely noticed. Also, your ability to close avenues of escape off, like to close out the ring and corner people, is extremely impressive. Like I've got a clip here that shows this was you and Khalil as well. I clipped mostly that fight because that's probably your biggest fight as far as who your opponent was.
Yeah. As
You know what
far
I
as
mean? Like
notoriety, yeah,
notoriety.
definitely not in my mind my biggest fight.
Yeah,
But
as far as your career, I can see that.
yeah,
Like, what? And yeah, so like your ring control there is disgustingly good. Like it really, really is.
uh,
So is that? And you said that's something you naturally do?
no, not that. I worked on that. I didn't have good ring control.
Hmm.
I used to follow people around and like give them the way out, and I just really worked on that. Really, really dialed in and just worked on that. Especially for him. Earlier that year, I fought a PKB, a point kickboxing fight against some guy named Giles or fuck, Jules. That's the
Jules.
Jules something. But he was a tall Taekwondo, similar style to Khalil, and of
Yeah.
course I didn't know I was fighting Khalil at the time,
Right.
but that kind of prepared me for that. I look back at that fight and I was kind of following him around, and it kind of pissed me off when I watched it. So I'm
Hmm.
like, no, I'm not gonna do that again. So yeah,
I feel
I,
you. I do the same shit. I follow people. I follow people. I don't. I do. I really do. I don't laterally move very well. But I'm 42, and I'm like, fuck it. If they catch me, they catch me. It is what it is.
No, your
But
fight
yeah.
your fight style is just fuck it. I'm gonna throw everything I got, and if it works, it works. If not, fuck it, I'm
Yep.
out of
Straight up. Because back in the day when I fought Muay Thai, I wasn't like that. You know what I mean? I tried to stalk my opponents and land proper shots, but these days, like I'm fighting for YouTube at this point. Like at the very least, I should be entertaining, right? You know what I mean? Like that's the goal. I'm trying to be as entertaining as possible.
Definitely, definitely.
He said, Samke said, Mook has a great cadence when moving, but also very explosive when needed, which is true. Very, very true.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it, man, Samke. And I owe Samke a spar because when I came out to the last one, he wanted
Mhm.
the spar, but I had like brand new like fucking Reeboks on, and I was all fresh, and I didn't have nothing to spar. I was like, nah, this is like nothing but dirt. You know how street beef is. I was
Yeah.
like, nah, I'll
Yeah.
get you next time. But Samke, I owe you a spar, brother. Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, we got Max in the cage now.
I saw that. So yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
the hot box and the smoke range got mats. Looking pretty slick. They're still a little slippery because of all the dust that is
It is.
outside,
It
but
is what it is,
we
man.
getting there. Yeah, we getting there though. We getting there.
Mhm.
But yeah, let's jump into. I know I prefaced you with this one, but I know you had a couple bumps in the road there for a little bit with a girlfriend and then becoming an ex girlfriend. How did that? How did that, I'm not gonna get at you for super details, but how did that affect your mentals when you were fighting? Like, how do you
Um,
handle that?
I think everybody at some point goes through something. It doesn't not necessarily a breakup, but something that kind of makes you reevaluate or reassess where you are and what you're doing. But how it affected my mental, initially it's a shock, of course,
Yeah.
but with any adversity, you just figure out who you are. So you learn to appreciate the adversity, and I feel like I'm becoming the greatest version of myself at this point. I feel like I'm becoming like 10 times stronger, Um, it's just about how you convert that negative energy or what you perceive as negative energy into energy and just use it.
Mhm.
And man, dude, nowadays, bro, I don't believe that anything is happening to me. I believe that I'm creating everything good and bad in my life. It's resonating. The frequency is resonating with me somehow, right? So I have to
Mhm.
be attracting that from somewhere. So anything that I'm going through, it's all my fault, and that's how I take my power. Even if something happened to me or whatever, I gotta fix it. That's how I take my power. And the work that I've been doing with myself, bro, mentally and spiritually, bro, it's attracting a lot of beautiful people into my life. It's even attracted her back into my life. Like we're great. We talk. We're fine. Like we're
Mhm.
good. You know.
Are
Um,
you guys together right now? Like
you
as
know,
a couple? I'm not gonna
like
get you in trouble with that question, am I? She's
yeah,
not beating my ass for that.
I'll pass on that one. I'll pass on that
Okay,
one. But
yeah.
but
So it's
I will say this though. I will say that we're probably in the most beautiful place that we've been in the past 3 years. We're probably like we're in a really good place. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's so
Yeah.
awesome, man. That's so
Yeah.
awesome. We won't even talk about the dark days of that anymore. Then because like my wife, her and I met and dated in 2008, and then reconnected in like 2022. So
Yeah.
like just because you break up doesn't mean it can't work. It just might have been the timing was off at that
I
first
mean,
time.
again though, like I think it was. Well, I don't think. I know it was completely necessary because I found myself.
Hmm.
We both lost ourselves in the relationship.
Yeah,
Shit
seasoned dude.
got a little hazy. We're both
Hmm.
two fucking individuals. I got my ways, she got her ways. Go live your life, I live my life. And if what's mine will always be mine.
Yeah.
What's meant for me will always be meant for me. If it's not meant for me, it's not meant for me. So there's no reason to be tripping or anything. I gotta focus on what I gotta do. I gotta make sure I'm, you know, working and doing what I gotta do to take care of myself and my family. So it's all
And
good.
that's such a dope outlook. Like I mean, ever since I've known you, you've been extremely well-rounded individual, not just martial arts wise, but just your mentals. You know what I mean? Everything's very well-rounded, and that's I think the Street Beach community as a whole has something special when they have you in it. Like
Man,
for real.
I
Yeah,
super appreciate it, but it's really
of course.
just like I really just be trying to survive, my guy. Like I really just I
I feel
no
you.
real shit. Like I really just want to win. I want to
Yeah.
fucking win, bro. That's all it is. Like I'm at a place in my life right now. I can say that. I
Mhm.
just want to have fun, bro. I
Yeah.
want to fucking make content. I want to collaborate. I want to take the fights that make sense to me. Like I don't see myself
Hmm.
fucking going and you know, going up these amateur rankings at fucking 36 and trying to do all this shit. Like
Yeah.
I want to make some money, my nigga. I want to fucking have some fun. You know what I mean? I want to
Hmm.
make some content. I want to turn up. That's what it is. I've been
Yeah.
streaming. I've been streaming on Twitch.
Hey,
Tu-
shout them out. Shout out the socials.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. Tuesday through Friday at 11 a.m. I'm streaming on Twitch. Dark Horse VR. Don't follow Dark Horse TV. I don't know him. He's not me. Y'all giving him followers. I am Dark Horse VR. Yeah, man, I'm playing games. I'm talking. I'm recapping fights. I'm only 8 days in, so
Yeah,
like I have a lot of fucking like anxiety with this shit, dude. This whole camera shit. This whole
bro. I feel you.
but it's intriguing. I want to fucking conquer it. So I got personality. You know what I mean. So I just gotta figure this shit out.
You do, like you really do. You interview well. You know, I'll check out some of your streams, and I'm sure you do well in those.
Don't
Like
watch the ones.
you're charismatic.
My streams suck right now. I'm not gonna lie. They're ass. They're fucking ass. But if y'all jump in and start cracking jokes with me, bro, it'll be a lot better. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, yeah. Well, do you share your streams and links into Street Beast West Coast group? You should share it in there.
Nah, I gotta be more active in the group. It's so much fucking groups and shit, dude. I just be like,
Bro,
man, I
yep.
just be chilling,
You
man. So,
yeah, just share them. People will watch. People will watch for sure. You're an entertaining dude.
thank you,
Yeah,
my man.
not just your fighting. So if you're not looking to climb these ranks, what are you looking to do with your fight career? You just kind of just fuck around and fight whoever,
Yeah,
whenever.
I want to take the fights that are fun. I want to take fights.
Okay.
Honestly, bro, really, I know this sounds crazy, but anything's possible. I want to get on one of these fucking streamer cards, one of these Aiden Ross joints. You know what I mean? I gotta run up my name,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But I gotta, but I want to get on that type of shit. You know, I want to go in and make a bag and have some fun and shit and do that kind of stuff. Who knows? I might even fight on a goddamn street beef. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So yeah,
yeah,
I want to have fun, man.
yeah. Come get you a fight, bro. You always welcome out here. Yeah, you kickbox, Muay Thai. So you got some Muay Thai fights now too.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a Muay Thai belt right there.
yeah. And I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see a whole bunch of elbows and knees. It looked a whole lot like kickboxing to me.
You know
Where's
what,
them
bro?
elbows and knees, big dog?
Like I say, I'm not the best Muay Thai fighter. I'm not the best boxer. I just know how to fight, and I just went in there. And honestly, bro, you know, I was on fumes in that fight, bro. You know,
Mhm.
that was like 3 months after the breakup, and like that
Yeah.
was like the breakup happened like middle of camp. And you know what, bro? Like it is what it is. Like it's not. It shouldn't have been that big. You know, I didn't think it would be that affect
Mhm.
me that much, but it did affect me, dude. You know, it
Yeah.
fucked me up. You know, but it
I
is
know
what
the
it is.
feeling. I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Back when, so like right after I fought Bad News, I had a string of like 2 or 3 fights lined up, and my mom was put in the hospital. She had a heart attack and she had a bunch more stents, and I thought she was gone. So I dropped everything and I drove straight out to Florida from Arizona to see her. And I brought my kids because I had kids she hadn't met yet. You know what I mean? And I was very, very worried about that. And I drove back. I still took my fights because you know me, I don't pull out of nothing. Fuck it. And nothing ever. And so I blasted out there and I did my fights, but yeah, it just wasn't me. I wasn't feeling it. So those were my like 1 round fights where I was just like, I can't do this. And I don't know why it affected me so much. And I didn't think it was at the time, but you're right. It's one of those things that it gets you.
Yeah. And then too, man, I'm dealing with little health issues. For the past couple years, I've been having like, dude, they, you know what? If you're not fucking dying, they don't
Mhm.
they don't do nothing. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I go and I get EKGs, right? Because my fucking
Mhm.
chest is tight and my heart rate is spiking. So I'm like, fuck, I don't feel right. So I go to the hospital. They run EKGs and they're abnormal. They're like, something's wrong. They do my blood work. They're like, your troponin levels are super high, but you're an athlete, so that's normal. And they're like, so I just keep having to come back. And it's like, but I don't get it. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna take my time and rest and like actually get healthy and not fucking kill myself all the time.
Yeah.
And
Have you been cutting a lot of weight, like very heavy weight cuts?
so kind of like 30, 25, 30 pounds, so
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That'll
that's a-
that'll stress your heart out a lot. I know I cut about 30 pounds in a month one time and it stressed my heart out a lot. I could
yeah.
feel an irregular heartbeat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did over 30 pounds for this belt for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you walk around at? Because I know that you fight around 150s.
Yeah, so that was 153 and that was 157. Right now I'm like
Mm.
172,
Okay.
172 right now. I just ate, so yeah,
So
172.
I just ate, so that's 25 pounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you have fights lined up to defend these belts? Have they reached out to you at all? Is there anybody even in your league
So
right now?
so fighters rep
Mhm.
is no more. They're done.
What,
Uh
really?
yeah, George he's out, he doesn't want to do this anymore, so
No.
they're
That dude
done.
was cool, man. I don't know why his promotion was bigger. He was cool as shit. He
George is
really was.
amazing, bro.
He
George
really is, yeah.
taught me a lot. He gave me a lot of love and encouragement, bro. I have nothing but respect for George. George is the
Yeah.
man for sure. And this belt, yeah, They offered me a third belt. Actually, they offered me another belt, and I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. But I was like, nah, fuck. You know what? Like, I don't want to get greedy, man. Like, I'm not in
What
it for
size? What weight?
what size? About that size right there. It was a 153. So that's 157.
53?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have I would have 253 belts if I won that one.
Gotcha.
But I'm like, you know what, dude? Like, it's not. It doesn't feel right, bro. It's not. I'm not greedy, brother. I don't need it.
Mhm.
I'm not in the right mental space. I'm not in the right physical space. I haven't sparred at all this year. Not once. Not once.
Really? So you
Yeah.
just have you been training at all?
I work out. Work out
Yeah.
every day. I worked out today, but I'm not spar. I shadow box. I
Yeah.
hit the little bob thing out there, but I haven't sparred. I haven't done any of that shit. Oh, I'm good, dude. I appreciate it, Apex, bro. I'm good, bro. You're gonna see a crazy version of myself soon. I don't want to say too much, but
Hmm.
you're gonna see me
So do you
real.
have something lined up right now?
Nah, nothing lined up.
No.
I have
Okay.
nothing but good vibes ahead of me lined up. That's it. I ain't got nothing
Okay.
lined up. Yep.
Okay. Dope. Dope. Yeah. I'm excited to see what you got next for sure. Like I'll be following you.
I
I
know.
do. Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Instead of I know.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
I follow you because like I said, the moment I met you, I was like, this dude's he's got something special. Now, wherever you decide to put your energy, whether it's fighting or streaming or whatever, you gonna do pretty big things. I believe it.
I appreciate you, my guy, for sure,
Hmm.
man. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
I definitely want to fight. I'm a martial artist, man. I'm a
You
martial
are.
artist.
Yeah.
I've been doing martial arts my whole life, But, you know, life is more than just beating up on people and shit. I want to actually enjoy
It's
my
it's
life.
really not. It's really not. It's just beat people up. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
That's
It
that's
really
that's
is.
like that's like 80%,
Yeah, it's
85%.
a good 80. Do you? I can't remember. Do you have kids?
I do. I have a daughter.
You do.
Yeah,
You have a daughter. Okay.
I'm a
Yeah.
single dad. I'm a single dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge too. Like I've got 6 kids now, and it's huge. Yeah,
Mhm.
you gotta. How old is she?
She's 12. She's 12. And
12.
I raised her.
Woo.
I raised her myself,
Yeah,
So
she got
obviously not.
hands. She got hands too.
Nah, she's so sweet, brother. Like she's a complete gamer, like so
Yeah.
docile. I do like hold the pads for her, but I don't
Uh-huh.
force it on her because
Mhm.
that's just not her thing, dude.
Yeah, same. I've got 2 daughters. I've got two. I have 4 daughters, and 2 of them still in the house. And
Yeah,
we train. I get them out here in the gym. We train up.
yeah.
So
Nah, she's
it's
a
fun.
complete gamer. She just likes playing games and like nerd shit. Like me, I'm the same. So
Definitely, you should daddy daughter stream with her.
I
Like
will.
you
She's
guys
she's
should do that. It'd
12.
be so dope.
Yeah, she's 12 years old. She wants to stream.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it'd be dope.
Coach
You
her.
you two doing co-op games, running out there doing what's that big co-op game? Split Fiction.
Yep. Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
I heard that one. Split Fiction, and then It
It
Takes
takes
Two.
two. Yeah.
Yeah, Heather
We
and I,
actually
my wife and I played that.
we started that one too.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
good,
sure.
good. Stream that shit, man. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to
Yeah.
watch. Like
All that.
just seeing that coaching little kid, you coaching your daughter and everything. It's pretty dope. Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely,
yeah,
brother.
yeah. Mine want to stream too, but they're a little young for that. Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter too. Like she's a little young mentally. She's 12, but she's like fucking 8, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go catch some hands when she hears you said that.
Nah. She don't want no problems.
Bro, I love that you just said that. I say that to my kids all the time. You don't want
Don't
these
want no
problems. Yeah.
problems.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope, man. Again, congratulations on everything. Sounds like you're doing really, really well.
I'm all right, man. I'm doing good. I'm a human being, brother. I'm living
Yeah,
life, and I'm available. If anybody ever want to talk and chat it up, want to collab, want to do whatever, hit me up.
absolutely. I'll hit you up. We'll definitely do this again. You and I know Samke and I are going to start doing some fight breakdowns here soon. Well, maybe we'll snag you and we'll break down some fights.
Fuck yeah, that'd be super dope. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Run it.
man.
Run it
Absolutely.
up. Run
Yeah.
it up.
Awesome. All right, brother. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up right here. It was great touching base with you. Shout out those socials again so everybody knows what's going on.
All right, man. My Twitch again is Dark Horse VR. Dark Horse VR. Okay. Underdog motherfuckers. And you probably already got my Instagram, JustMook89. So that's pretty much it. Just follow those two for now. All the TikTok, all the other shit, whatever. Get that shit later. But get the Twitch right now, Dark Horse VR, and my Instagram, JustMook89.
Everybody, Lock in with Mook as soon as you get the chance. All right, my man. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Later. All right. We got Tiny Tank next. So you guys have a great night. I appreciate everybody tuning in.